Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Year of the Batman. Today's BTAS episode is Fire from Olympus. So, the bad guy of today is a character called Maxi Zeus, who he's kind of like King Tut, where, um, I mean, it's not exactly like King Tut because King Tut has his professor persona and a King Tut persona. This guy, he's just kind of a little delusional and he just thinks he's Zeus. So it starts off this one guy. He's an informant for no, well, not an informant. He's a businessman that worked for Maxi Zeus, who was doing some kind of seedy stuff, but he wanted to make a deal with Gordon to get a break with the feds. So before that happens, he gets ambushed by Maxi Zeus and his thugs, and Maxi Zeus he like strikes him down with some lightning, and he gets away. And Gordon he gets there before, when it's too late, and he's rushed to the hospital. And they're like, "Man, thankfully the tires that he was close to absorbed most of the damage." Um, which I didn't really see any tires in the shot when it happened. I mean, it could have been his car that he drove in on, but I don't know. For me, I'm like, that guy is dead because he has this like metal lightning rod. I mean, it's like a lightning shape made of metal. I don't really know how exactly it works, but it can summon lightning. Um, and I'm just like, yeah, that was point blank to the face. Like, you're dead, dude. So Batman shows up and he's like, hey, what's the deal here? And he's like, oh well, he used to work for Maxi Zeus and he had some information for me regarding the EDC, and it was like the electronic discharge cannon, something like that. Just imagine like I guess I guess like a Gatling gun, kind of, but like a cannon that just shoots lightning. I don't really know how else to say it. So Batman's like, huh, I'm gonna go ask Maxi Zeus or Maximilian Zeus himself regarding the issue. So it then goes to the tower where Maximilian has like his business, and it's like the where he picked the tower. I mean, this thing has got to be on par with the Empire State Building because I mean, this thing is in the clouds pretty much. So you find out that he used to be in dealings with like the mob because his company deals with like I guess shipping and whatnot. Um, and the pressure of it's really gotten to him, and his like secretary I want to say Rose. It doesn't matter, but his secretary, who is like a love interest to him, she's saying how like everything's really affected him. He's not the same person he was anymore. I mean, he's pretty loony. He just straight up thinks he's Zeus because he's been like so above the law with like his criminal underlings. He literally thinks himself as a god. So Batman shows up, and it's kind of funny. He confuses him for Hades. And he's like, "Come, my dark brother," and Batman's like, "This guy is off his fucking rocker. I'm getting out of here." Also, he has gargoyles that he calls his harpies, which is pretty much just gargoyles with machine guns in their eyes. So he threatened Batman with that because he was asking about it. And he was like, I have no such name. I'm Zeus. I can summon lightning myself, bitch. So Batman's like, okay, you threatened me with like robot statues. You think you're a god. I'm just getting out of here while the getting's good. Um, so he also kicks out his, I guess his muse, he calls her. And later, Batman goes to her apartment and he's like, listen, your boyfriend is fucking crazy. And I'm no crazy, so help me get back into the building, please. So she smuggles Batman in, and she can't go up any higher floors because of the Maxi Zeus. He like tells the guards, "Hey, I don't want anybody to bug me right now." Um, so she's kind of like on her own. She eventually does get up to the top though, and she's trying to like reason with him and whatnot. And I mean, at this point, he's too far gone because he sees a police blimp just literally flying around. I'm not even sure if they were going for Zeus or not. And he's like, hey, let's kill that thing. This thing's trying to approach Mount Olympus. So he uses the cannon and literally like blows up the blimp, and it comes crashing down. There's fire everywhere, and the girl's like, Maxie, you could have killed somebody. I'm like, I would be shocked if he didn't kill someone. I mean, that thing exploded and crashed and slammed into buildings. Like, there's no way he didn't get a kill out of that. So, Batman, he gets detected in the vents, and Maxie, he sends him to a room full of statues because he wants to, like, test Batman to see his worthiness. So, he passes one statue, which is like a statue of three snakes. But it turns out one of the snakes wasn't a part of the statue, it was just a snake. So I'm like, did you just train a snake to perfectly stay itself still for hours on end? Because that's what it seems like. So Batman, he's getting constricted by it, but he like uses knockout gas to knock the snake out. And then like this enormous wild boar comes in. Batman, he like lassos it and he's like riding it around and whatnot until like the boar runs and like slams him out the window, and he's like, oh shit, is Batman okay? But it's Batman, so he like fell to the floor and he's fine. So Batman, he's like slowly but surely climbing up the building until he eventually gets there, and he's like, all right, Zeus, this is fucking ridiculous. We gotta take you down. All right, you literally just shot a fucking blimp. Okay, like you're so far gone. We're done here. So Zeus, he has a battle with Batman. He knocks him out, like off the roof again, and you're like, oh my god, did Batman fall? Like, no, he's fine. So he charges up the cannon again to, I guess, like lay waste to Gotham City. But before he does, Batman, he like sneaks up and he takes Zeus's like lightning rod and he throws it at the cannon, which causes the cannon to short circuit. And then Zeus, he's like, no, that's mine. He goes to like, he literally like leaps off the building to grab his lightning bolt, and then he gets shocked because the cannon's firing, but like all of it's going into the lightning bolt. And I'm like, well, that's a dead man. So then he falls, no joke, probably like 40 feet head first into some concrete. And I'm like, okay, well, that's certainly a dead man. And then the episode ends with him going to Arkham City. And it's really fun because he like confuses all the Arkham villains with like gods, like Two Faces, like the two-headed god of the beginning and end, and Poison Ivy's Demeter, and then Joker is like Hermes, the trickster god. And I'm just like, man, I would love an episode with like Maxie Zeus teaming up with all the villains and him just like calling them their like Greek god counterparts. That would be fun. I would also love an episode of King Tut teaming up with Maxie Zeus. That would be a really fun episode. But I'm pretty sure this is like the first and only time we see Maxie Zeus, which is so heartbreaking because we don't see any King Tut in this series. So I'm just like, I don't know. There's something about the, like, just a regular guy confusing himself with, like, a figure of the past. It's just kind of cute, I find. But yeah, really, really solid episode, I will say. Weird title, though. I don't know why it's called Fire from Olympus. I guess what does get fired is the cannon. But I don't know. I would have changed maybe one word to it, like Chaos on Olympus, something like that. But yeah, still good episode. Just really wish they did more with Maxie Zeus. That's just kind of a letdown. Like, I just feel robbed. It was just a one and done, but it's whatever. I can only judge it by what it is. So rating wise, I think I'll give it a 6 out of 7, just because the fact that Batman got tossed off the building not once but twice, and then it turned out to be a fake out and he's fine. Like, I don't know. That just seemed a little repetitive right there. But yeah, still good stuff. So yeah, 6 out of 7, good stuff. Sorry we didn't get to see any more Maxie Zeus. Bye bye.